All right, the second scary question or second thing that can really make retirees fearful about retirement is, do I have enough to retire?
I think that's the most common question we get is, how much do I need? And I always feel a little bit uneasy when people ask that, only because I have to give them an answer that feels a little bit off when I'm going, well, it depends.
Right.
There are a lot of questions that we get asked in the room that I have to go, well, it depends. Because one of the things I say is, do you want to retire and go to Paris, Arkansas? Do you want to retire and go to Paris, France? Because that retirement looks totally different.
Right.
That number is not one size fits all. And I've seen commercials where they have people with these like floating numbers over their heads. And it kind of makes me crazy, because it acts like if you reach a certain number, you're going to be set no matter what.
Right.
And that may exist. It'd be an awful high number for it to be a no matter what.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yep. You're not constrained at all. You can do whatever you want to do. But it does, again, going back to the mindset concept here today, if you're fearful, wondering if you have enough to retire, do you have a plan? Do you have a plan that answers that question? Because it is not a magic number. I think we've had clients in our meeting rooms here as well that come in, and they do have a preconceived notion about, I want to reach that $1 million plateau. And it's a feel-good moment, right, to know you become a millionaire, and that's great. I mean, it's good to have a goal, but what does that $1 million really do for you? I've had a couple come in and said we need $3 million, and they probably overshot it a little bit, but that's what made them feel good. But this has to be more than a feeling process. The feelings is what gets you into trouble in the first place with fear, because it is so uncertain. It is so unknown. So let's change the mindset to thinking, rather than about account balances, do I have enough, into what do I need and want to spend in retirement?
Yeah, so instead of a balance, we're looking at income.
Right.
I was about to say, the real question is, do I have enough income to retire?
Yep.
And I can give you an example here. Think about somebody that might have $100,000, $150,000 saved in their 401k. They might have no debt, a great pension. Maybe they have two pensions. We've seen that a lot with, like retired police officers. A lot of times they'll have a couple of pensions, and no debt, not major expenses. And the pension and Social Security that they get, that's enough to cover everything they need every month. They don't even need to draw on that $100,000 that they have saved. In our book, that's a great retirement, because they don't have to worry every month. Yeah. Their bills are paid. They're able to do what they want to do. They don't have much to worry about as far as finances go. And then on the other hand, you could have somebody that has a few $1 million saved for retirement, but their expenses are so high and they want so much every single month, and their portfolio doesn't support that. In our opinion, the person that has $100,000 saved for retirement is better off than that person that has multiple millions.
And I see this a lot with business owners who don't take care of themselves first. As a business owner, we often see where people's focus is to not pay taxes every year. They want to make as little money on paper so they don't pay taxes. And what happens is, when they're ready to retire, do they have a business they can sell? Is the business their mental, capacity to do the job, or is it something tangible that they can sell? Because if they've done that, where they're writing off all of their income, they might end up with a Social Security check that is just almost useless.
Yeah. So do I have enough to retire? That may be the wrong question to start off asking. It's not about account balances. The outcome is income. The success of your retirement depends on, do you have enough assets to provide yourself the income you want and need in retirement?